Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, a divine psychic medium here delivering messages to you from the higher realms, so welcome everyone. I just did a collective twin flame reading. Be down below if you feel guided. It's not everyone's story though. I didn't want to get upset, so I got out of energy. I wanted to get some oracle cards and then we'll get into doing some other readings. Keep pulling the sacred light oracle. There's definitely ascensions underway here. I don't know if it's divine masculines that are going through an ascension at this time. And the angels are all over this and spirit guides. Yeah. Look at the hands touching her eyes. There is definitely an awakening that's going on. Look at the yin-yang symbol. Strong twin flame vibes I'm getting. The angels are guiding this. Angels are giving so many signs and synchronicities and messages. Like it's undeniable. Archangel Michael is all over this too. Keeps coming out all the readings. And Lord Melchizedek. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's about indecision, ego-based actions, and lifestyle changes. There's definitely like an ego death that's happening within masculines. I mean, it could be for feminines too. They mirror each other, right? So they both could have a little bit of like an ego power struggle, right? A lot of times, ego is like, especially if you've been through a lot of trauma, you impose that as a form of protection, right? To not get hurt again, especially if you've been hurt a lot, you do that. I know something that, me having to always be in fight mode and survival mode all my life and only being able to rely on myself and take care of myself. I've, very strong masculine energies. It's really hard for me to let my guard down and be in my feminine nurturing energy. Like, here's a sign of it. Like, I get so mad whenever anybody I love gets hurt. And it's like, it's because I immediately get in that panic mode. I don't like seeing anybody hurt, so I get mad. And then I've got to calm myself down, and remind myself to be nurturing and things like that. Right? And it's also the strong lion energy that I have too. Mama lion energy. You don't mess with my family. You don't mess with my loved ones, right? Or you get the line, right? So I've really had to work a lot with calming that down. And I noticed I had a lot of, SPTSD, the severe kind, right? Used to be raining loud noises, anything, growing up, around a lot of violence and abuse and things like that. Like, I couldn't stay calm. But I've been working a lot with calming myself down, getting out of survival mode, balancing these things, opening it up. So, it's like we put together these beautiful collective readings, right? But everybody heals on their own time. Like it takes time. Like you don't know how much trauma and how much somebody is really underway, and especially like doing them by myself. Like I've healed myself all on my own, right? And if you have family and support system, people you can go talk to get out the trauma, a support system that helps you a lot faster, right? And especially if you're not constantly getting attacked and everything like that, you can heal quicker. Right? But there's definitely, and especially when you have energy attachments, right? Like I've done so much healing with spirit and so many, I'm constantly having to replenish my energy and do cord clearings. Did another one last night. Right? Because some of the people just keep bringing up the trauma, keep attaching cords and ties, and especially if you have, hidden enemies and family members that have this trauma and keep leaving doorways open to the entities and enemies and dark forces to get in. They're constantly attacking you, right? For a lot of you had your throat chakra blocked, right? Negative influences, self-sabotaging. I'm getting this. Whenever I see this card, it reminds me of Ariel, the Little Mermaid, where when the sea witch had stolen her voice, right? And it took her power, and she had to work extremely hard, right? I don't remember the whole story, but didn't she have somebody come in and help her? Or the sailor. Gotta know how he helps her, right? Now I feel like I want to watch the movie. I should watch the new one. But she gets her voice back, right? This is like, and this is a activator card too. So just by you being here, looking at this card, listening to the frequency of the music they had me put on, which was different today, 528, positive healing energy for your soul. A miracle frequency is playing right now. Something is going to free somebody's ego too, right? Somebody's ego is going to come down where they're going to let go of, it's like an attachment maybe needs to be cleared. There's some sort of an attachment that's keeping somebody in fear, that's stopping somebody in this attachment, right, is linked to a wounding. This could be like a inner child wounding of abandonment or not feeling good enough, or resentment, just something shut someone down where they're having trouble expressing, and now they have an entity attachment which is constantly attacking their throat chakra, right? And it has to do with the ego and their lifestyle. So I was saying lifestyle changes. Maybe for some of you, you need to get away from, maybe you're enabling some people. Maybe there's some family members or friends or a certain lifestyle that you're in. Like, there's something to do with your ego. Like, the lifestyle that you're in requires you to be like in a certain persona or something. But it's like if you could completely change that, your perception, the lifestyle that you create for yourself, wouldn't it be different? You know, and it's how people perceive you too, right? Like, I'm seeing that a lot too with just like the lifestyle that I'm living in. You know, most people, you find they're living in motels and hotels, that I call it transitional living, right? Because it's like not knowing, you know, where to go, what to do. Like, this is the second or third time in my life I've been in this situation, right? And it's not because I didn't have enough money. You know how much it costs to live in a motel? It's more than most people are renting around here. You know, I mean, it's a luxury lifestyle. It really is, right? I mean, depending on the ones that you're in, but like, I'm in a very bougie town. I got $1 million houses that are within walking distance. I watch high-end Lambos, Corvette, all of that drive by my window daily. Like, it's something, but still the perception, you know, sometimes they have of people in motels is that they're drug addicts and, you know, people that deserve to be there, that have made bad choices. And, you know, a lot of it's been, this all happened because of the entity attachments due to the trauma within my family. And my family constantly being under attack, not knowing how to handle the trauma, which led to abandonment, being all alone, and us losing our home and everything. And even having more than enough money, but still, it's like, where is home? Where do you set up? Where do you know? The walk of people that I've ran into in this journey, it's truly amazing. And it just shows how much of egos a lot of people have, right? You really shouldn't pass judgment on people. You really shouldn't. To me, when you do and you want to talk and gossip about other people, you're really hiding aspects of your own life. Maybe you need to look into those situations, you know? Like, I really feel like this lifestyle, like, it saved my family. It humbled them. Like, my children were so spoiled. Before this, we had the biggest house that I've ever had. I had the nicest vehicle I ever had. I had my luxury Denali. I had my house, like, children all have their own bedrooms. but we were also separated, right? And it was such a huge house for me to keep up with cleaning. And because we had this nice vehicle, I was constantly driving everybody around and all of this. And I wasn't having a lot of time for myself. And everybody was being so disconnected and not together, right? And I never walked around and even talked to my neighbors and things like that. And this situation has just humbled us so much because it got our family back together, you know. And we're still working on it and stuff, but it, you know, my children really started to appreciate a lot of the little things that they were taking for granted, you know, because it was like, you know, buying them whatever they wanted, whenever they, you know what I mean? Because we had all that extra money. Because like I said, it's a lot more expensive to live, you know, in this lifestyle. And just so much healing, right? And the people that come across in situations. Like, you're always right where you're supposed to be. You will get taken out of situations and put into situations when you're meant to be. And for a lot of you, like, you know, when you're going through hard times, a lot of times it's to humble you. And when you realize that, it opens up. It's like the wheel. Like, everybody will go into those times, you know? And the one thing that I found is a lot of people, they don't realize that they blame. I've noticed a lot of people blame the situation that they're in on other people instead of realizing that you've put yourself in that situation, right? You've needed some sort of healing. You needed to go through something. You needed to make some sort of change. Okay. I don't want to get too much into this attachment, right? Okay. So there's a major ascension, galactic vibration. I'm getting intelligence from you guys, from a direct channel from the divine. These divine messages coming through here. And energy medicine, look at that. Sensuality, devotion, celestial fertility, and deep rest. For some of you, you needed to rest, right? And I can't even tell you, just like not having my car. It's been a year now. I've always had everything that I needed to within walking distance, right? And it's just been so nice. The people, the life, just getting out and about, walking around, everything, you know. Like, I didn't realize how shut in and isolated I was when I lived in my nice neighborhood and had my nice home until being out, right? All the things that we take for granted just because we have a car, you know? Scales of karma. This is definitely what's going on here. Cycles of disharmony. Creating new traditions, unfortunate events. Things are being balanced out. I feel there's major changes that are happening. This is a time where, like, lessons are learned. It's like, if they're learned, a leveling up is in order. If they're not, then it's time to repeat some cycles, right? This one came out yesterday. Self-preservation, service to spirit, and a youthful experience. Okay, I don't want to get too into this cards. I just feel like shuffling them. They're on my desk. I actually wanted to pull some other frequency cards. We're going to pull the unicorns. The unicorns definitely work with the ascensions. They work with anchoring in this light energy. 33. Ascended Master. 33 I'm getting. I've been picking up 33. 33 a lot. You could be seeing a lot of 33. Synchronicities with threes. It's the Cosmic Sapphire. These are frequency and activator cards as well. They can activate something within you. Act with honor and integrity. Speak your truth. There's something very much about needing to speak up and stand in your power. Be passionate about your vision and bring about positive change. Spiritual warrior. Show you are a wise leader. Command the universe. See, and that's what I was feeling like. Something I've realized that people I've aligned with that have learned the situation, right? I ran into people that this situation has humbled them, whatever struggles, because a lot of people, when they come in alignment with me, they pour out their emotions and feelings and what they've been through, because I take in people's traumas and I help heal what they need to release, right? And I give them healing energy back. So I hear a lot of people's stories, right? And often the last part that I come in alignment to tell them to do is I'm like, all right, you need to now start telling the universe what it is you desire, what it is you deserve. Start commanding the universe. Once you start doing that, you start creating. You have to allow the universe to bring in what you deserve and desire. Because all these blessings can be right in front of you. But if you don't say, I'm worthy of these, I deserve these, then they'll just keep surrounding you. Right? Tune into the infinite. Awaken psychic abilities and listen to your heart. What's coming out here? Divine potential. Fulfill your destiny. Be all that you can be. Look at these beautiful cards coming out. And go with the flow. Relax and trust. Accept what is happening. That's the hardest part too. Is going with the flow sometimes and waiting and accepting, knowing that we are co-creators. And a lot of times we think when we want something, it needs to manifest now. There's a delay. It takes time. And a lot of times we'll have a mindset of how we want something, so we're looking for that exact way for it to manifest. A lot of times it manifests in other ways, but you have to be open to that, right? It's just like I tell my children all the time, like when they want something, they always have this mindset like mom has to get it for me. You know, mom's got to buy it for me. If mom's says that we don't have a lot of money for these things, then they put it down and they tell themselves like, well, I can't get this right now. You know, we've got other things that we have to do. And it's the hardest thing, like trying to tell the children, you know, I'm like they're like when I was talking about the motel living or whatever, a lot of it's the kids, right? Like they don't want to tell their friends they're living in a motel. They're like embarrassed by it. And I've been trying to tell them, like, if they knew where you were at, you know what I mean? Like, but children just, it's so hard in today's times because so many people pass judgments. But it's trying to get them out of that mindset, right? So it's people around you that are affecting your situation, right? So nurture yourself, gather your strength. So know that you're right where you're supposed to be. Everything is going according to plan. Look at this, open to abundance. Believe you deserve, accept plenty and prosperity. See, I'm going to end it here. I'm getting really warm in here. My fan went out, so I have to get a different fan in here. So I'm going to leave you here. Believe you deserve, accept plenty and prosperity. Be open to abundance. All right. Well, love and light to all of you. Check out more readings later. Bye.